Oh, Canada! The men's soccer team is that much closer to the World Cup in Qatar after their victory last night. Hey, you know what? I'm not a huge soccer guy. The main reasons I like to enjoy soccer, maybe follow it a little bit, is one, gambling, and two, my brother-in-law. I watch EPL a lot, go Reds. But this game last night, first of all, it's in Edmonton. How crazy is that? Minus whatever degrees, snow on the sidelines, seeing your breath flying everywhere, snowbanks all over the place. After Canada's goal, the dive into the snowbank, I mean, what else can you ask for as a Canadian fan, as a country? Really, it was great. But honestly, 6 more matches to go. Canada's sitting atop of the table right now. That game was fun. Again, like I say, I'm not totally a soccer guy, but I like Canada is how do I say a lot more depth than I thought coming from off the bench, and really just in the whole lineup. It was a bit scary at the end there. Didn't really enjoy the end parts. Mexico was really pressing, but I thought the majority of the game, we controlled it. We controlled the pace. We had the better opportunities. We were the better team, but the end was a bit scary. And man, did Mexico get away with a lot of crap. I mean, are you kidding me? The body checking pretty much. I mean, hey, us Canadians will enjoy that kind of stuff, but really, you got to call that. And then at the end of the game, you know, the Canadian players going on the field, I thought the goalkeeper for Canada came in and just finally said, that's enough, get out of here. Like, they want to chirp, you want to chirp, but majority of the team looked like they were on the field. Just, you know, go enjoy the victory. And they did. Run around with the flag on the field. I really enjoyed that. First time beating Mexico in 20-something years. Huge game. Canada last qualified for the World Cup in 1986. I heard that's a fantastic year. But this is fun for Canada. It's been a long time. 6 more matches, like I said. And we'll see how the rest of it goes. Let's stick with Toronto, Canada. We're going to stick with Toronto-based teams right off the bat here. Jose Barrios staying for a total of 8 more years, signing a 7-year extension. Of course, he had 1 more year left on a deal that pays him $11 million. The deal is 7 years and $131 million. Carry the 2, I think that's just under $20 million a year. Now you're looking at a pretty strong rotation. You got, right now as it sits, they have 4 guys in the rotation. Some guy at the bottom named Hatch, who I'm not sure who that is, going from bottom to top, Ryu, Manoa, and Barrios. I don't think you would want to push Manoa into that role yet, even though it looks like he'll be the future. He's an absolute stud. But don't throw these young kids into like an ace role right away. Let's take our time. We were all there for Ricky Romero, right? It didn't work out too well. But with these 4 guys right now, again, not knowing too much about Hatch, I believe that signing Ray could be very important. If you can sell to the guy, look at what we got here. Look at the lineup, look at the rotation, and the 7-year extension here is smart by Barrios because you're going to get the best 7 years out of guys like Vlad, Biggio, the rest of Gurriel, Teoscar, like these young core that you're going to get the prime time years, and that'd be my kind of selling point to Ricky Ray, or Robbie Ray, right? To come stay here, come be a part of this. Maybe it's not, he's going to want a big contract and he might get it, but the selling point is there for the Blue Jays in the front office. I'm just saying, it's there. Toronto Raptors 7-8 record overall. This isn't any big news to me. I think the more hardcore Raptors fan would really say that they should have been winning more games and their record could be better, which is absolutely true. But let's remember, as a whole, this is a younger team. And they're working their way up to being, a solidified stud of a team for the next few years. But right now you're in the growing stages. So take it what it is. You got Scotty Barnes. He looks absolutely legit. What a great call taking him 4th overall instead of the other dude. But this is exciting. I mean, 7 and 8, yeah, whatever. They're going to continue this long road trip now. I don't know if it's long, but it's tough. You're starting with the Utah Jazz tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes. But the Raptors 7 and 8 record, 10th in the East. That's pretty much what I thought they'd be. Maybe fighting for a playoff spot in the end. I think they're definitely going to be over 500. And right now, for what it is, you can't be really mad as a Raptors fan. Toronto Maple Leafs continue to roll. And, it's not like the role that we maybe expected them to be, but the most important thing to me is that they're winning hockey games. They're finding ways to win. They're playing good defense. Last night's 3-0 win against Nashville, and Nashville's been playing pretty well, and they held them to... last time I saw it was 16 shots, so not a huge test for Campbell, but he was good when he had to be, and right now they're just rolling. So keep doing that. Staying with the Leafs for just a little bit, Kyle Clifford coming back to the Toronto Maple Leafs from St. Louis for future considerations. And what I like about this, and yes, the grit and everything, but the way it seems like Keefe is rotating the roster here, is that these games are tougher. You've seen Wayne Simmons taking a seat, and it's just for rest. You could see Clifford come up. I think he's going to start in the Marlies, but you'll see him come up. He'll get his time in there, and if guys aren't playing well, I mean, you see Nylander getting benched. If it gets any further than that, no matter who it is, well, maybe it matters who it is. You know what I mean? Those players aren't gonna be in the lineup, and you're gonna see guys come in. Maybe it depends on what team you're playing. You want a bit more feistiness. You want a bit more grit. Kyle Clifford's going to enter into the lineup. Really, with that fourth line, the only guy I can see not leaving is Jason Spezza, because he's having an absolute dominant year, and I love it so far. The Leafs play tomorrow night. Don't recall who they're playing, and then they have a Saturday-Sunday matchup, so a lot of fun there, and continue, of course, go Leafs go, keep winning. We're going to turn the page now, and hey, let's talk football. We're going to go through it all. So listen, NFL Week 10 recap. We're going to start from the Thursday nighter, and we're just going to keep going. Ravens 10, Dolphins 22. No one saw this coming. Survivor pools. I don't know how you're feeling about it. Maybe there was some. I'm gone. I think I missed an episode after I was eliminated. I had the Cincinnati Bengals, and that's when they lost to the New York Jets because of Matt White, the stud, who thinks he could have gone first overall. Anyways, the Ravens dropped to 6-3. Dolphins improved to 3-7. Really, this is it should be a throwaway game for the Ravens. The Dolphins defense stepped up and they won that game. The Ravens are still a really good football team. They'll be just fine. The Bills went in and absolutely smashed the Jets 45-17. Bills improved to 6-3. This is not enough for me. I'm kind of disappointed with the way they've been playing this season. I need more. This 6-3 record is not good enough for me if I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Yes, they're still in the driver's seat in that division, but we need to see more. You beat the Jets. Everyone should beat the Jets. Keep winning. A statement game maybe in Week 11. I don't even know who they're playing, but one statement game needs to come up. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose to the Washington football team 29-19. Washington, whatever. They played well. This is more about the Bucs to me. Is Tom Brady mortal? It looks like he's starting to become that. They haven't really looked dominant in a while. And, it doesn't matter really with them. I think they're going to be in the playoffs. And once you get in the playoffs with Tom Brady, you're absolutely fine. Falcons 3, Cowboys 43. So the Cowboys really needed to answer after losing to Denver so poorly the week before. Dallas at home, dominating, as I said. They improved to 7-2, and this is a sneaky 7-2. I don't know if they've played any real tough games, but I don't know that, so I won't throw it out there too much. But who have they really beat, honestly? Falcons are 4-5. Is this the ugliest 4-5 I've ever seen in my life? Quite possibly. Maybe other than the Steelers being 5-3-1. It's kind of ugly, but at least they have a good defense. This Falcons team 4-5. I am shocked. I'm even more upset because I picked up Matt Ryan for a fantasy start. Shout out to the other people who have done that. You know who you are. Tennessee Titans 23, Saints 21. Game of the week for me. It was kind of not as close as it seemed. The Saints were fighting back. Saints are now 5-4. I don't see them rolling. I don't think they're going to ultimately do it. I think Jameis Winston being out for as long as he's going to be is a lot bigger of an impact than we all think, unless they can get Taysom Hill and Trevor Siemian kind of rolling together the way Drew Brees did with Taysom Hill. But then again, Trevor Siemian is not Drew Brees. The Titans improved to 8-2. Again, remember they are without Henry for a very long time. But Titans 8-2. This is a very impressive team. It's sneaky to me, but shout out to them. They're doing it. Jags 17, Colts 23. Jags whatever. You're 2-7. Colts fighting for a playoff spot in 5-5. Jonathan Taylor is an absolute stud. I believe that's 7 games in a row now with at least a touchdown, something like that. First Colt to do it in a long, long time. He is definitely their team MVP. Colts 5-5 will be continuing to fight for a playoff spot. Okay, get those vomit pails ready. The Lions 16, Steelers 16. No one wanted to win this game. The Lions fall to 0-8-1. The Steelers, technically, I'm calling it a fall to 5-3-1. They put the reindeer in behind center, Mason Rudolph, and man, I don't know what's worse, watching Mason Rudolph throw a football or kind of watching Ben Roethlisberger throw a football, because you just don't know what's going to happen. I hope Big Ben plays this week. The Steelers had an opportunity here, and they blew it with Baltimore losing, but Steelers still hanging around. Shout out, let's go. Browns 7, Patriots 45. The Patriots, I've mentioned before, they're starting to roll. They're putting games together, and it's a systematic win every time. It looks right. It feels right probably down there, and they're rolling. They improved to 6-4. The Browns are 5-5, and boo! Start fading those Browns. A lot of hype at the beginning of the season. We'll see when their running backs get healthy what they can do, but really, I don't think Baker Mayfield's the real big long-term answer there. I just don't see it. Vikings 27, Chargers 20. Vikings improved to 4-5. Chargers fall to 5-4. Who is this moron? Who am I more impressed with? Well, I've been fading the Chargers for quite some time now. They haven't really shown me much. And the Vikings are just basically doing Viking things. They're in every single game they play. They've kind of found ways to lose. Their record at 4-5 could be a lot better in those close games. And they continue to win these close games. You never know. Maybe they'll find a wild card spot. Panthers 34, Cardinals 10. All right, this is more about the Panthers than anything else. Christian McCaffrey's been back for a couple weeks now. He looks the same old stud football player. But Cam Newton is back in a Carolina Panther uniform. He came in, scored a touchdown, ripped his bucket off. I'm back. Well, yes, Cam, you are back. And he just looks right in that uniform. It just makes sense to me. And I think this is where now officially he will end up ending his career. But hey, maybe that shoulder comes back and maybe he can do a push with this team. That was really exciting to see. I liked it. Panthers improved to 5-5. Cardinals side, they fall to 8-2. Without McCoy, without Edmonds left early, I believe, without D-Hop. I mean, Colt McCoy did it the week before. I don't think the Cardinals are too worried here about that loss. They just need to get healthy. I believe they have a game this week, and then they're on a bye week, so I don't expect Kyler Murray, the quarterback, to be back. Give him another rest. Let's see. Come back strong after the bye week, nice and healthy. Eagles 30, Broncos 13. Eagles improve to 4-6. Broncos fall to 5-5. I think this is just a matter of a tough matchup for the Broncos. It didn't look right on paper. I don't think Philly's a very good team, but they got it done. And you know, the Broncos are Broncos. Teddy Two Gloves and everything. I think he's a good player, but you know, this is just kind of a game to me. But the Eagles, they squeak it out. Seahawks, Russell Wilson came back. They put up a goose egg against the Packers down in Lambeau. It was cold. Packers improved to 8-2. Seahawks fall to 3-6. I think that's it for the Seahawks now. They won't be making the playoffs. The Packers should be running away with that division. And again, I've said it before, it's just Packers doing Packer things. The Sunday Nighter, we had the Chiefs 41, Raiders 14. I didn't watch a second. I went to bed. But the Chiefs improved to 6-4. The Raiders fall to 5-4. Watching the highlights the next day, I thought the Raiders were trying to throw the ball with the Chiefs, and you're not going to be able to do that. You don't have the wideouts, the running back, the quarterback to do that. I thought they could have run the ball more effectively on the Raiders side, but really this is more about the Chiefs. The Chiefs need to start putting wins together, just getting more confidence underneath their belt, moving forward to the end of this season. And then another team that did not take advantage of a division rival's loss. The LA Rams got absolutely destroyed on Monday night, losing 31-10 to the 49ers. The Rams fall to 7-3. The Niners improved to 4-5. the Niners could still compete. Garoppolo looked really good. I think Kittle is either back or coming back for the Niners, which is good at that tight end position. But I just want to stay with the Rams a little bit. They are my pick to win that division. I think they could go to the Super Bowl. But I wanted to talk a little bit more on why in the heck did they bring in Odell Beckham Jr. You're kind of just throwing a coin into the wishing well by bringing him in, hoping that he could have some sort of spark that he had from when he was with the Giants. Yeah, that's right, the Giants, because he did nothing with Cleveland. And really, has he ever been a consistent wide receiver? He's more of a boom than anything else. He makes spectacular plays, but really, so did Deshaun Jackson, and you let him go. And now bringing in Odell, I think it's just more of a distraction. If anybody could maybe calm him down or whatever. Maybe I'm just totally wrong, but Sean McVay would be the guy to do that. And now with Robert Woods out for quite some time, I guess you're looking pretty good with Cooper Kupp, Higbee, Jefferson Jr. I really enjoy. And hey, let's see what you can get out of Odell. I don't see it. I don't agree with the pickup, but the Rams are still going to be very, very good. Boom, that's it. That's the NFL recap. Tomorrow night's Super Bowl rematch with Atlanta and the New England Patriots. That'll be fun to watch, kinda. We got to start getting these better primetime games, man. I don't get choking. I don't get it. But before I get out of here, as you may have noticed here, I got the Ginla jersey hanging. I have multiple jerseys, but this is the only one I have. That is the jersey from the Vancouver Olympics, of course, the golden goal, which might go down in Jerome McGinley's best historic moment of his career, passing to Sidney Crosby and getting the golden goal. It was one of the best moments ever. You know, Doug Gilmour, Jerome McGinley are my two favorite hockey players. They're, of course, both now retired, both in the Hall of Fame. Jerome McGinley going in Monday night. I did watch, I only watched his speech and his highlight pack, and you know, it was cool. It was cool. Definitely felt it a little bit, a little emotion. So congrats to him. And yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite hockey player now, you know what I mean? Maybe Nick Foligno. I don't know. Shout out Nick Foligno. Grimmer Steak. Thanks for watching. See ya.